NATO defense ministers met at an American airbase in Germany Tuesday, discussing more weapons for Ukraine.
And today, Canada announced that it will send Ukraine 8 armored vehicles.
Canada's defense minister says that contract was just finalized and vehicles will be sent as soon as possible.
We will continue to not only send weapons from the inventory of the Canadian Armed Forces, but we are also moving to enter into contracts with defense suppliers for weaponry for Ukraine.
The U.S. sending more aid too, now up to $3.7 billion.
Ukraine clearly believes that it can win, and so does everyone here.
That's quite extraordinary that the nations have come together, that there are no leakers among the group. It's very unlike the Iraq War, where there was a lot of dissent.
In fact, more countries may be trying to join NATO. Finland and Sweden, both with long-standing military neutrality, are mulling a bid to join NATO. And as its members meet in Germany, the United Nations Secretary-General is in Russia, pushing for ceasefires and humanitarian corridors out of Mariupol.
I'm concerned about the repeated reports of violations of international humanitarian and human rights law and possible war crimes, and they require independent investigation.
The UN said Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed in principle to allowing the UN and Red Cross help evacuate Mariupol. While Russia's foreign minister raised the spectre of nuclear war on state TV, saying there are serious risks and dangers.
It's unhelpful and dangerous to rattle sabers and speculate about the use of nuclear weapons.
A reminder of the stakes here, an unmistakable warning that Russia is still a nuclear power and that there is always the possibility of escalation. I take it largely as the same sort of distorted rhetoric that we've seen coming out of the Russian leadership.
Sergei Lavrov also accused NATO of being engaged in a proxy war. Meanwhile, Canada's defense minister will head here to Washington later this week, where she'll meet U.S. Defense Secretary Austin. Abigail Bimman, Global News, Washington.